So everyone knows that Cleveland sits right on Lake Erie, and I've done videos about everything lake-wise on the west side of Cleveland, an hour west of downtown Cleveland, Marblehead, Catawba, Port Clinton, Put-in-Bay Island, Kelly's Island. We all know that. But guess what? On the east side, there is Geneva on the lake, and I am so excited about today's video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Living in Cleveland. My name is Patty sells CLE, and I make videos about all things Northeast Ohio, Northwest Ohio, and even down south. Okay, Geneva on the lake. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to do this video since the beginning of my channel, so 2 years. Geneva on the lake is this cute little town, right? Guess what? It's on the lake, duh. And when I was a kid, we would vacation there. My parents actually met at Geneva on the lake. And it is a summertime beach town. It's got all kinds of little cottages. It's got a strip. Even today, it is a throwback to the old days. And we went in the 80s when I was in high school, and we had such a good time. My best friend Mary came with us, and I have pictures here. I have pictures when we went with my dad. My dad rented a cottage. And then I think the next year we went back. We did it a couple times. And then the one year when we got our license and we could drive, we were like just 16. We went back. I have these pictures. We didn't tell anybody. That's why the one picture's like, shh, because we didn't tell our parents where we were going. And we left first thing in the morning and we drove. It's an hour east of Cleveland. We drove out to Geneva on the lake. It's right on the water. There's not a lot of beaches there, which is one of the downfalls. So it's not like the west side, like Bay Point, where I have a place where we have a couple beaches. Cedar Point Beach is beautiful. I was just there yesterday because it's 100 degrees out. We're in the middle of this heat wave, which is all across the country. But definitely water. There's more like piers out that way, but I'm sure there's some places that have made a beach. So right on the water. So much fun. And I'm doing this part of the video before we're even there. We're going this afternoon. It's our wedding anniversary, and I've been wanting to do this video. So we are going out there for our anniversary. And this is part one of the video, is just Geneva on the lake. We have a motel, and we're going to go to dinner on the strip. Here's what I love. It's like such a throwback. Like there's these arcades. Now, I haven't been back in a couple years, but I'm pretty sure these arcades are still there with video games. So much fun. There's a couple putt places. There's this Eddie's Grill. It's this open air, old-fashioned hamburger stand, and the hamburgers are so good. It's just, oh my God. It just reminds me, it's just a summer place. It reminds me of my youth. I love it so much, but it's also kind of like a biker destination. And even back in the 80s, like they have all the bars, and they would have these bands come and play. Well, they still do. It's still a biker destination. So bands come and the bikers drive through it, so it's loud. And I remember when we were in high school, when we had the cottage, Mary and I would head out in the evening, because that's what you do at night. You go to the beach all day, you eat your dinner, you take your shower, and then you head out and you walk the strip. And there were several arcades, so we would just go from arcade to arcade to arcade, and then we would sit outside bars and listen to music, to the bands. And I can't remember, what's the name of the band? We were in love with the Doors. We went through this phase where we just loved the Doors. And there was a band, a cover band, they played all Doors music. We just sat outside like a bunch of losers and listened to the band play. So much fun. So if you are looking for a place to hang out in the summertime, you have to check out Geneva on the lake. There's so much things to do. There's campgrounds. There's a lodge. It's the lodge at Geneva on the lake. And my next video, which is part two, is going to be the wineries. And the wineries are so cool. So we're doing that tomorrow. So tonight we're going to do the strip. And then tomorrow we're going to head out to the wineries. And that's a whole nother video. But the lodge at Geneva on the lake, and several of the bed and breakfast, so there's bed and breakfast there too, they have these shuttles, and you can rent it and do a private tour, and they'll take you to all the different wineries. There's a couple distilleries, and even Geneva on the lake has a winery. But there's I think there's like a go-kart park where you can go go-karting. There's zip lining. There used to be a little kind of teeny weeny little amusement park. There used to be a big water park. I don't know if it's still there. I'm so excited to see it, but I wanted to get this part of the video done because I want to get it out. And when I was older, I was pregnant with my third kid, and Mary and I, she had just had her first baby. So we, the two of us, we rented this cottage. Now here's the thing. These cottages, and I'll take videos of them, they're cottages. Like when we were in high school, we rented this cottage and we were upstairs, Mary and I getting ready, and I had a glass of water, whatever, sitting on the nightstand, and I knocked it over and it went through the floorboards, and my dad was sitting downstairs in the dining room at the table, and he starts screaming because the water went through the cracks and like landed on his head. So these are really old-fashioned cottages. So now we're older, you know, we're starting our own families, and Mary and I are like, let's rent a cottage for the week. It's gonna be super cheap. So we rent this cottage and we get in it. Oh my God, the smell was so bad. It smelled like cat urine, awful. And Mary's like, we can't stay here. Her son was just starting to crawl. She's like, I can't let my kid crawl on this floor. So we call the owner and he hands us a bottle of Febreze. And we're like, yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Like, this is uninhabitable. And I don't know where my husband was. I was alone with the kids, but Mary's husband, Mark, was there. And he takes one walk in and he goes, I don't know what you two girls roped us into, but I'm not staying here. And he leaves us and he goes, sits in the car. And we're in this god-awful cottage. And I don't know, we were going, I can't remember. No, I think he was in the cottage and he told us to get out and figure out where we're staying. So he was in the cottage and we needed to get into the car. And he's upstairs. So it was upstairs and in the back. And Mary yells up like, hey, Mark, I need to get into the car for something. And he had the remote control way upstairs. Like, this is how rickety these places were. And he went like this, beep, beep. And she looks at me and she's like, he's mad. So they give us a better cottage. Sort of. It didn't smell, and it was the biggest cottage in this little property. And we go upstairs and we're like, oh, this is so nice. Look at what we got. They didn't charge us anything extra. And we're in the upstairs bedroom. And I think I went to open up the window. I think it was me, or maybe it was one of the kids. I don't know what it was. But we open up the bathroom window, and the whole window, the entire window, frame and all, just fell out of the whole frame of the house. Oh my gosh, I think they came, I don't know if they boarded it up or whatever. And anyways, after all that, we ended up having so much fun. It was 4th of July. I remember my dad came up, and I've even taken a couple of day trips with my dad and my uncles because they just loved it up there. And there's so many great little restaurants. Like, you get up in the morning, you go to the little donut shop, you get your donuts. There's just these things that you just have to do when you're there. Or we would go on a special treat. There's Mary's Kitchen, and she would make this cinnamon toast. I'm hoping that place is still there because I want to go there for breakfast tomorrow. Eddie's Grill is amazing. There's an Italian restaurant. There's just so much to do. Love it. I'm so excited to go this afternoon. I hope you enjoy Geneva on the Lake. And if you're moving to the Cleveland area, or even if you live in the Cleveland area and just happen to watch my videos and you're looking to move, give me a call. I sell homes all the way on the east side, and that's another reason why we're going. I have to go for a client who's moving here from Texas. I'm going to look at a home for her. I've been out there several times, and I'm going to FaceTime her. That's what I do. Either FaceTime or I send videos. I'm going to look at a house for her, and we're hoping we put an offer in. So my information's all down there. This is what I do for a living. Give me a call. I answer my phone. I answer my text messages, my emails. I love to help people. It's my passion. I've lived in Cleveland my entire life. I know the east side. I know the west side. I know down south. In fact, the other day, I went way out to the east side by Beechwood Mall and beyond. I looked at a couple houses for one of my clients, and then went all the way down to Brunswick from there for another client. I know all the areas. I got a pretty large family. I have family. If I haven't lived there, I have a family member for sure that either lives there now or has lived there. So enjoy Geneva on the Lake. It's summertime. I love it. Have fun. window fell out of the whole house.